man, checking IDs. This is how you know it's real.
Foreign cars, that's every day.
Alright, y'all, top of the morning, new day, new drip. You know what I'm saying? I got the camera bag with me today, so we're gonna be doing some real photography. You know what I'm saying? Today's is gonna be like education today, so we're going to learn just about the history of Medellin, the cartel, and might even get a chance to meet the Pablo Escobar older brother. So that's something we are, super excited about. Had a great breakfast, same as the last video. Different breakfast, but same quality, great food. So yeah, man, it's today we're gonna take a little slow. We probably gonna pop out tonight, but not do nothing too crazy. We've been partying a little hard, so we're gonna take it slow today, get a little education, know a little bit more about the city, and so hopefully we get some good education, man, and just learn how all of this great country prospered off the drug money, because it'll buy you what you want. We all know that shit. Let's be real. A lot of countries came up off the drugs, but I feel like it's important to know your history and know where things derive from, things like that. So I'm gonna be bringing y'all along with us today to learn about the history, and if you guys have any questions or comments, concerns, or any clarifications, y'all put in the link in the description. Y'all put it in the comments below. All right. So y'all enjoy the educational tour today.
Okay, guys. So let me explain it to you. This favelas in Brazil is not the same thing like comunas in Medellin. I'm going to explain it to you the difference. Comuna in Medellin is a group of neighborhoods. Doesn't matter if that group is if that neighborhoods are rich or are poor, right? In Brazil, almost all the favelas are from poor neighborhoods, okay, or poor families or poor people, okay. But here, even Poblado is part of one comuna, right? In total, in Medellin, we have 16 different comunas, and one of the biggest one is Comuna 13, okay. Why is so important this comuna? Because when Pablo Escobar died in 1993, everybody thought, okay, this will be the end of the violence in Colombia, now we will be good, but that was a big lie. And the reason, guys, is because Colombia, we don't have idea how to live in peaceful. We are in a constantly war since we are Colombia, right? By that time, we had narco, we had two different guerrillas, and also the paramilitaries of Colombia. And our army wasn't the best, because actually FARC was one of the biggest guerrillas we had here. They had better guns, better training, more people working for them. So in that time, Colombia and all the Colombians, we was thinking we was losing a war, okay? And even we aren't fighting that war, okay? That's why in that time everybody say like, oh, Colombia, no, Colombia's bullshit, Colombia, blah, 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 because we were extremely tired to all the violence, not just for Pablo with all the bombs, it's because after he died, the violence still exists. For example, if you are going to Guatapé, for us in that time was impossible to think, hey, let's go in a farm 1 hour from here, or in a small town, or in a small village. The people was in the cities, we was like kidnapped in the city. And also the people was living outside, they had the worst part, the farmers. I'm going to explain why. Actually, by that time, for example, if you was a farmer and you have your normal life, you wasn't rich, you don't need to be rich, only your cows, your cultives, enough to survive. One day arrive the guerrillas and they say, hey, I need you feed me and my buddies too, right? If you don't feed them, if you don't help them, they are going to kill you. But anyway, the next day arrive the paramilitaries and they kills you anyway, because they say, oh, you was helping the guerrillas. So a lot of people need to run away of their lands really fast, leaving their lives behind of them. The only way they know how to win money, the only way they know how to work. And also the guerrillas and the paramilitaries, they kidnap a lot of kids to work with them, because here the laws are different if you are a kid and if you are older than age, okay? So it was very, very cruel for that time. The people was living in the small towns, a lot of massacres. They destroyed complete small towns with propane gas. They killed and they tortured people. They cut the heads and they play soccer with the heads. It was horrible, extremely. The torture was another level, you can't imagine. So that's why in the cities this started to happen too. It's because when the people was moving to the cities, they don't have a normal employees or a way to win money here in the cities. And also, if you can see, Medellin is a valley, so we don't have enough space to receive all these people, right? In the flat area. So the people was building their houses in the mountains. Even before of that time, they did. That's why between 70s and 90s, we have a lot of tugurios here in Colombia, in Medellin too. And also there is, what is a tugurio? Tugurio was like a houses, only for the sticks and plastic covered it, that's it, okay? Wasn't really solid houses. And they need to build in the mountains because, you know, there's no land here in the cities. So with all of that kind of things, and Colombia was extremely tied to all of that. For example, they stopped the buses in the middle of the ways. If you was trying to move from this small town to the other small town, they stopped the buses and they say, you come with me. They don't care if you was rich, if you was poor, if you have more money, or they don't need the money. They only need to have a lot of civilian people. In that way, the army can't attack their camps. So of course, the army can't attack a camp, guerrillas camp, if they have 100 civilian people on their hands, because that means they need to kill 100 people too. So that's why it was very, very complicated. Comuna 13 and all the violence was living there, they was translated to the cities. Because for example, Comuna 13 was full of guerrillas people, full of FARC. And also, every single neighborhood in Comuna 13, they have their own gangsters. Plus than that, everybody, when Pablo Escobar died, the war was worse because everybody were fighting for the control of the drug business, right? And in Comuna 13 was the same. For example, you was the leader or the gangster of one neighborhood and I was the other one, right? But you and me, we are good. But we had problems with them. We can't cross between their neighborhoods. Even if you was a kid, for example, if I have a kid and he needs to study in another neighborhood, but I live in the opposite neighborhood, the kid can't get into the school in Comuna 13. If the gangsters in one neighborhood, they say, don't move today, you can't go to work. If you don't arrive here at 7 o'clock, you can't get into the house because they are going to kill you. So they were the owners of that comuna, the gangsters and even the guerrillas, right? The police can't get in. When they fight each other and people die, the police scream them, hey, please bring me the bodies until here, and we made the legal procedure because the police doesn't have the guns. And also was like a suicide. You are going to see Comuna 13. Comuna is very high. So since the police was getting up, you know, they can kill them, they can shoot them. So that's why they was like extremely, like they can't do anything in that comuna, right? So with all that kind of things, Comuna 13 was full of guerrillas, like I told you, and their own gangsters. And also, Comuna 8 was full of paramilitaries. So the war used to be in the farms, in the camps. Now in the small towns. Now we are suffering here in the city. And also, one of the most weird thing is because the Comuna 13 is very close to one of the richest neighborhoods here in Medellin, which is Laureles, right? So, like the violence was like getting down and taking the cities. In 2002, by 2000, one of our president arrived to the power, ex-president, in a good way or in a bad way. Thanks of him, you are here right now. But actually, when Álvaro Uribe Vélez get into the power, his promise was, I'm going to destroy the guerrillas. And of course, he's going to destroy the guerrillas because the guerrillas killed his father. And he's recognized because he helped with the paramilitaries. He gave them money to destroy the guerrillas. Okay? So anyway, with all that kind of things, during 2002 was one of the most cruelest years for these people in Comuna 13, because during all that year, the local mayor and the government, they made different operations, military operations, like Mariscal operation, different, was 6 different operations, okay? But that operations, that it's like doesn't have like the results the people or the state were expected, okay? But what happened? In 2002, in August, arrived to the power Álvaro Uribe Vélez. And Álvaro Uribe Vélez, he said, we need to recover, because he's from here, from Medellin, and he said, we need to recover the control of Comuna 13. That is the first step, okay? So that's why he gave the order for Orion operation. And Orion operation happened in October 16th of 2002 at 11 o'clock.
All right, y'all. So we just started the tour. The first stop. Here's our tour guide right here. We following the leader. Man, look at these views. Look at these views. Look at my boy Lloyd. We in this hole. Hey, this look like the Big T's, don't it?
So what?
Look like So, we are today is going to be learning about the history of the city, of how the drugs influenced the country, Pablo, how it affected the locals, and also, how it came to be today, and how they turned their trauma into just progression and success and money, and now people like us, tourists, come to give back to buy art and things like that, to just how they express their pain of the mass murders and things like that that are being of. So we're gonna bet. Yeah. Facts. We about to get this done, y'all. So we gonna follow us, stay tuned, and man, let's learn about Colombia. It's not all about the chicas. It's not all about the drugs. It's not all about the food. It's gonna get some good history.
Oye, y ella podía escapar de ella. También nos puede seguir en nuestras redes sociales de OnlyFans como Trajecito Z.
Okay, the thing you're very so is because, like I already told you, the people here, they are trying to gain the money across the art. So they teach how to pay, like you are going to see later, and how to act in different ways. And that is the way that I want the community, okay? So I hope you enjoy the show. Here we're going to see more shows. Let's go!
María. Oh, la más bella. Check it out.
Here, and also Because the owner of this gallery was one of the guys suffered during all the violence and the situation here in Comuna 13. This place have art made with canvas and 3D. I'm going to show you, and the tour guide here is going to explain it to you. Follow me, please.
I'm gonna explain you a little bit of this gallery, and after it you can take pictures and videos, okay?
Cool.
Is this your first time in Comuna?
Sí.
Nice. For you not, okay. No worries, no worries, okay. So this is an art gallery. This place is called Arco 13. This is one of the local places that you're gonna find as museums of the art galleries to show you like a kind of compliment about the graffitis that normally we do in the street. Because in here we can show you a lot of different techniques and styles of art that we learn. Around of us in this area you can find the original paintings. Every one of these are totally and uniquely made by hand. We work about two principal techniques with four of the biggest artists in Comuna. This is art made by my brother Daniel, Lugo Martinez, Isaac Perez, and Juan Restrepo. In here we work about of the airbrush. This is the principal technique. It's so similar as the aerosol. Work about of a little spray that open and close to create profounds and also make the facial expressions. Work about of the faces and the reality. To make one of these in this size take between 20 and 30 hours for each piece. They are totally unique pieces to conserve the things that you see in each time that you come back, because the idea is show you something different in each time that you come here. Let's go inside of this room, and in here I'm going to show you another kind of art. Now I just have 6 glasses, but you have to share please, because with them you're going to see the colors alive in a 3D version.
I've been here before.
Okay. Take a look.
I was just saying, hold these glasses. Yeah, you got the camera too.
You can share please with them inside. Take a look inside. Come closer. In here we have like an example of murals. Actually with the cell phone you cannot see at the
okay.
at the
I try.
effect, because it's just like a looking effect with the eyes.
Oh.
In here we have the 3D version of the murals. This is an example of the kind of works that we do in the street. It's totally made by airbrush on the wall. In here we have 2 different concepts. The principal is called the artist party. They are 4 of the biggest artists in the world, but like in a younger version, to make an homage about the urban style that have the art in the Comuna. So this is the reborn of Frida Kahlo, Mexican artist, Vincent Van Gogh, Salvador Dali, and the only one that is Paisa talent, an artist from Medellin, this is Fernando Botero. In the downtown, we have a park that is called Plaza Botero, biggest sculptures of fat girls. They are designed and created by Fernando Botero. And here we have the heart of the Comuna, that is like a representation about those families and communities that are working together 14 years ago, growing up and supporting this big touristic project to change the life of the people that is living here now. To finish, let me show you in this way the 3D copies of the original art. Take a look inside. These are some of the designs that are first were created totally by hand, like the ones that I will show you out of here. But like I was told you, the original pieces are unique. So we try to make some options that we can replicate sometimes with these same designs as the originals. This is a picture that we took when the artist finished some of those original works. With them, we make prints on canvas to have the copies. And on top, they are painted totally by hand again, between 3 and 6 layers for color. That is the reason, because in here, some of the color looks very outside compared than the rest when you look with the glasses. If you try to see with just one eye while you have the glasses on, you cannot see the 3D, because with both lenses you see something totally different, so you need to use both eyes at the same time. This is how it looks with a little bit clearer light, to show you how it will be like without any lights on, without any colors, without any 3D, the normal version. In case that you like something, all of the art in exposition is also for sale. These, for example, have a price of 110,000 pesos, that is more than less $28. And because of the material, you can also take it, roll it up. You can put in a frame without any glass on to conserve the glow in the dark effects. So now you can take a look, take pictures, videos, it's totally fine. And I'm gonna be close to you in case that you need my help, okay?
All of us together.
My bad, hold on.
¿Ya hasta dónde vamos a subir más o menos?
Look, sorry.
materials you can't use and left, we call escombros. And the order of our Colombian government was all the escombros in Medellin you are going to put there. With the idea to restore the bodies, you can see.
So it's a bunch of bodies over there.
Until February was 527 bodies they already found. I'm not asking the recently bodies, the recently number because I don't want to know. But 527 is a lot.
That's a lot.
Come on!
All right, y'all. That concludes the tour. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much, guys, for everything.
Where can I find you on if they want to get a tour or something like that? They need to call. She the plug, y'all. She really the. I'm gonna throw Paula information down in the link in the description below. So she really gonna be y'all escort if y'all wanna know what to do, when to do it, how to do it.
It's not because of me, but I'm the best tour guide in Medellin.
Yeah, she does. She is. She really is. She really is. She really is. Like, they both put together as a power couple.
Alright, so man, if you come over here right here, man, this is called Somos de Calle. It's a club, one of those underground clubs, always cracking, kind of like a hot box. You can smoke weed in there. It gives you that local vibe. You can go in there and get twerked on. A lot of these other clubs, they be bougie sections, stuff like that. Ain't no sections in Somos de Calle. You got tables, you got a bottle for about $40, $50, and you can turn up. Man. So that's where they accept you a little bit more and you can have some good fun, you feel me?
Oh yeah, it's up. It's up. Alright, so we just made it to the Pablo's tour, and here this is where Pablo Escobar had his mansion, and now his nephew owns it. So they still have like some relics of cars and things that they used to have when they get into it with the police and shit like that. So we really just here to check that out, and this tour ain't gonna take too long to see a couple dope things, and after that, we're back to the house and some fresh food, and we out tonight. Hey, now I was super blessed, man. Listen, like y'all definitely link with Lord. Y'all tune in his channel, and the rest of my boys over here too. Cause Lord will be doing some more of these Lux weekends in other countries. And man, listen, this shit was a dope experience. Everything is pretty much planned out for you. it's man, listen.
Hey, and since y'all lame niggas didn't believe me, all these niggas getting half off for the next one. But y'all, I'm charging y'all double.
Hey, we got to document it, goddamn. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that?
I got you.
Facts, man. But yeah, so definitely worth it, man. And it was everything from the clubs to education, the food, massage. Man, this you can't beat it. Y'all gonna see in the videos everything that was documented. So it's the proof is in the pudding. No shit.
This in here is a library. And also this is the entrance for the museum in this moment. Right now we are imitating something that Pablo used to do in his own properties. Those are the sacred doors and the voice commands. So to open this sacred door, we need to say one word, all together. The word is El Patrón. You know what it means, the boss, exactly. So we will say it at the count of 3. Loud and clear, and the door will open. Ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, and 3.
El Patrón.
Okay, ready? We're gonna set on this. Welcome.
You can see the mechanics and stuff that they have. I think this is.
Basically, he used to hide their money inside of the walls. That's why if you hit, you can check. Also, he used to mix the materials. He used to put a steel in here, because in that way the humidity cannot penetrate inside of the walls, and the dollars will be safe. And here we have Pablo's tunnel. He used to have tunnels in all of his properties. He used to need a second for escape of the police. And the size is because the cops couldn't go in with the rifles. They got ill, which is this size actually. And even if you want to check who was Pablo's tunnel inside, you can do it. We'll take care with the size, guys.
Move out the way, Sid. Move out the way, man. So this was Pablo used to come and escape 12. So yeah, it's a little crazy. Let me get out of here.
You know, Pablo was a short man, so he didn't have troubles with the size of 5'6".
But was he a wide man?
Yeah. He was only 5'6". You know, he didn't have troubles with that. And you can check that painting in there. That's our presentation of how Slash House used to look in the 80s. Now you know that Pablo used to have his money inside of the walls. And
are you sure that still?
But still, there's no money inside. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're right. Actually, there's money inside. And there you can check a little bit of Pablo's life. For example, he was born 1st of December of 1949 in the city of Rio Negro, Antioquia. That's a city near from the airport. And at the 10 years old, Pablo became a victim, a refugee from the civil war that we have here in Colombia, even in this moment. And Pablo needed to escape, moved to Envigado, the neighborhood of La Paz, to be more specific. And at the 14 years old, Pablo started committing his first crimes. He started robbing the fresh flowers from the cemeteries and reselling them in the entrance. Also, he started robbing the tombstones, actually. Yeah, he used to reselling them. And then Pablo used to smuggling with Marlboro cigarettes. But at the 20 years old, Pablo made the promise. If he was not millionaire at the 25 years old, he would kill himself. So that's why he decided to start robbing banks. And he robbed more than 20 here in the city of Medellin without getting catched by the police actually. And with that money, at the 22 years old, Pablo decided to invest in the cocaine business when he met Griselda Blanco, the first person to traffic to the USA. And at the 28 years old, Pablo founded the Medellin cartel. And he became the richest man in the world, $20 billion, supposedly. After he died, we know that he had more money. Yeah, that was Pablo's golden age. Nobody knew that he was a drug dealer. And he was richest man in the world, he could do whatever he wanted. But Pablo made a mistake. He wanted the complete control of Colombia. So he got into the politics. Pablo Escobar and it's 400 kilos. And we see it's bullets and explosion. Airplane that Pablo bought. With the only intention of bringing laundry money from Panama to Colombia. But this in here, it only made one trip. Because in the moment that this airplane landed in Las Indianapolis, Pablo knew he needed to buy 70 more airplanes and bigger ones, just to bring all his laundry money from Panama to Colombia. But also, this was his favorite airplane. So he decided to build a replica and put it in the entrance of Las Indianapolis. Right now, this in here is the original. We only have changed one thing, the glass. Because 1 year ago, a tourist, a kid, 8 years old, came to the road and destroyed the glass. That was $5,000. That's what we are saying here, please don't touch it.
What happened to the kid?
He over there buried in the tree.
Right, I tell you. I'll tell you. This is a flying simulator that Pablo used to pay on. Oh shit, this is the inside of it. It's dope. Get y'all get a chance.
That's a Calimatic 175.
And this was gas that he gave to the community where anybody could use.
It was 30 kilometers faster than the motorcycles owned by the police in the 80s, basically. And it only had one problem, the sound, because it's very loud. And even right now, the citizens from Medellin, we hear the sound of a Calimatic, we know what it means. But someone will die, basically. Even the youngest people know. And when we hear a Calimatic, that means
The Lord has done it again. Come on now. Look, after a long day, we come home. Hey, and to all the ladies that want to be in Visa Vic Life, if you ain't coming like this, don't come at all. Don't come at all. Healthy options. Healthy options. Look. Wonderful. Alright, y'all, so we are at SHIMA, one of the places that Lord suggested. Man, the food is delicious. I'm gonna try to talk a little louder on y'all, can be, but the food is delicious. So we tried some things that you wouldn't normally try. We had like some sushi that was delicious, and I had some dong tong tacos that was absolutely delicious. That was like $10. So you damn near gonna spend like, you probably gonna spend like $50. I got a ribeye steak. So I will be showing y'all here what that tastes like, but I can already tell you it's gonna be pretty good. So really dope vibes. You can bring a female here. Just even if you here on by yourself and just want a dope conversation, a nice thing, man, this is the spot. So man, y'all tune in for the rest of the vibes and check out this food. Alright, y'all, so I apologize, but I didn't lie. I told y'all it was gonna be good based off the other one, and it was so good. It was so good. I forgot to tell you to get a picture of the food that looks. It ain't nothing left, but so yeah, y'all know it was a 10 out of 10. It was delicious. So man, I definitely suggest that y'all come to SHIMA in Medellin. So. Man, like I said, views, vibes, definitely date night vibes. So y'all come out here, you know what I'm saying, bring your girl, y'all have a good time. And wait, before I sign out, I think we about to go pull up with the Batmobile and go to Gotham City and make some arrests.
Foreign cars, that's every day. $100 cars, that's every day.
Holy gang, petty gang, rich baby daddy gang.
My man checking ID, this is how you know it's real. Gotta check him at the door. Y'all gonna be coming in, you know what I'm saying? What you got coming through, my boy?
No, this not it. This is hold up, cause this the friend. What you call? Hey, no, what?
Hey, this is my new motherfucking partner in crime on me, but I promise to look at it right there. We on it.
Looking like nigga, Dr. Creamy, he was pulling.